Hey guys, how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin evening wrap. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on, well, actually we're on the daily. Bitcoin on the daily, you can see we are coming up on a daily 9 tomorrow. A daily 9 at resistance after a well, quite a nice move up. So I mean, if that doesn't tell me that we're gonna get 1 to 4 days of correction and potentially come down to basically 13k, then I don't know what will. But hey, obviously we know how the nines work. They don't have to do that. We can just trade sideways, and then once we break back above the top of that 9 or close a daily above the top of that 9, it's game on, onwards and upwards. So you can see that's basically what happened here. We got the daily 9. We traded a few candles to the side, and then we started to move back up, and once we took out the top of the candle, it was off to the races again. A daily 9 sell here. Daily 9, oh actually that's yeah, sorry, yeah, daily 9 buy there, daily 9 sell there. You can see the daily 9s are having a bit of an effect. You can see this one here didn't. Price basically tailed off into it, and then yeah, and then once we took out the top, we continued upwards. So I do think this will give us a bit of a pullback, but obviously the most important thing is, where does that pullback come from? Because we also are aware of the fact we can get accelerations on the 9 candle. And here is a perfect example of that. You'll be looking at this 8 candle. Yeah, 8 candle at resistance. A nice little wick above. Looking pretty bearish. Yeah, this is a short all day long. We're going to come down and test this. In fact, I remember thinking at the time, it looked like we're going to come down, test this trend line of the triangle, and then bounce back up. But obviously Bitcoin had other plans. There is your 9 candle, big acceleration on the 9, and then we traded sideways for a few candles after that, and then obviously up and down. And I mean, you can see the price history. You don't need me to verbally annotate it, but yeah, so daily 9s are important, historically important. It doesn't necessarily mean we are going to turn down from here. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do anything other than trade sideways. It doesn't mean that we can't just basically break above it and keep going up. It also doesn't mean the candle can't just accelerate up to 17k or 15k or wherever, and then come back down and then play some sideways to the 14k basically support area. I mean, all I'm saying is that we've got to basically watch how it plays out in real time, and make decisions off that. So let's go to the 4 hour. You can see the 4 hour. 4 hour, nice 4 hour 9, reverse on the 4 hour 9. Let's just have a quick look at this level here. Yeah, I mean, you can see, I'm pretty sure this level, it does look quite even actually. Let's get this up again. It is even, but you can just see that this is potentially a tiny bit lower. So that is ever so yeah, so actually this isn't bullish divergence. So but yeah, either way, we did get the 4 hour 9 4 hour 9, and had a nice pullback off of that. We are now at resistance, as you can see, and we are obviously awaiting the outcome of that daily 9. Also, stock markets and the dollar. So why have we got this well, I say relative strength? Why are we not at 13k and nearer 14k? And I will hereby show you guys Exhibit A. Exhibit A being the stock market. Here is the S&P. As you can see, literally to the absolute like dot, got up to our actual major horizontal, which is the one that obviously we've had drawn. Obviously, all these lines have been drawn in for a while. I only ever draw these lines when you guys are when we're doing it. I'm doing a video, but yeah, this line drawn in. This is obviously one of the more important ones. This is why this is like this. It actually corresponds. If I show you what way it goes, it corresponds with over here. Look, this price action here. But yeah, literally to basically the dollar, that will be, won't it? Especially in something like the S&P. But yeah, and also on a 4 hour 9. So 4 hour 9 at resistance. Yeah, we sold off from that point. So again, we got to see how, well, I mean, same rules apply for 9s. But yeah, let's go to the daily. Obviously, we're not going to be anything on the daily. We have price flipped to a green one. So yeah, potentially starting a nice uptrend again. This is what I keep saying. I mean, they need to get back up of this level. I also, obviously down here, I was telling you guys, look, they have to buy this market up here. And well, there you go. Looks like they have obliged. But yeah, so obviously the next step, get back above this level, and then yeah, things are obviously looking good. We will still have a relatively neutral pennant formation, but we will be a pennant formation off the back of an upward move. So there is obviously a slightly higher chance of that breaking to the upside as a continuation pattern after the pennant is played out. So yeah, got to watch out for that. So yeah, is that what's happening? Are we gonna get like a clear winner in the elections? I think the stock markets, they don't really care who wins. We know the deal now with the currency, with printing. We know there's no going back. We know there's no fiscally responsible people, be it central bankers, politicians, or anybody. So we all know it's the same deal for stock market. So all we really need is just a clear winner of either side, and that will basically, that clarity, that lack of uncertainty going forwards will just drive markets upwards, and then that's basically all the market wants to know. Markets don't care. They do not care. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. As in the markets only really care about uncertainty. Nasdaq as well, as you can see, got support at this level, looking to come in. Obviously it's got to look to try and take out this level, and then obviously it's pennant of its own. See if it can break that to the upside. Here is another important piece of our macro analysis puzzle. Just look at this move down in the DXY. So we are at this pretty important horizontal here. This is a pretty substantial move down from this high here, so we can now look at this well, obviously this candle got to close in 2 hours, but we can look at this as a nice lower low relative to this low, and does that mean we're going to make a nice lower high relative to this high? And does that mean we're going to make a nice lower low relative to this low, potentially forming a descending broadening wedge? And we yeah, I mean, we all know the deal with descending broadening wedges because we've looked at one in Bitcoin. They can potentially break to the upside, but they don't have to. We can obviously come down and keep coming down, and then it won't look like a descending broadening wedge at all. I mean, if this comes down, this takes out this low here, if the DXY takes out this low, it will be odds on to take out this low, and if it takes out that low, we are well 88s incoming. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here, and yeah, obviously looking better. What a difference a day makes. Are we in a simple case of buy the rumor, sell the facts? So buy the rumor of the crazy election, and now we're at the day of the election, sell the fact. Is that basically what's happening? Is what is happening? We will have to see. How is our good old friend Ethereum doing? Ethereum on the daily, you can see, I mean nice strong move up, penanting out of sorts. I mean, yeah, just gotta get back. I mean, realistically, for 450 and Ethereum is off to the races. That's all we really need to know. Look at this, because this Bitcoin pairing, Satoshi pairing, we're at an important level. We're at an important level here. So nice level to potentially bounce. A nice daily 9 also. Yeah, daily 9 also. How is our BTC.D doing? It is at present broken above the 9. So obviously we know that just means we can potentially get another 9 candles basically to the upside. So yeah, we've got to keep an eye on this, because that will obviously be disastrous for alts. But yeah, I mean, that's just is what it is. The 9s don't always work out. Maybe we'll just trade some potential sideways until we get to another daily 9 in 4 days, and that will be the one that slams us down. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Just look at that. Let's have a quick look at this in the 4 hour as well. Yeah, you can see the 4 hour lines playing out as well. You can just see, guys can see how powerful the TD is, how it does work. But yeah, gold and silver, how are they doing? Yeah, again trying to make a move up. Silver obviously trying to regain this important horizontal there, and gold, there it is. Gold looking, I think I'm sure I said yesterday, gold looking to get back above 2,000, but what I actually meant was 1,900. So yeah, gold looking to get back above 1,900. if we extend this horizontal, and it always moves the one that I don't want it to move. If you extend this horizontal, yeah, I mean, we'll delete that now. If you extend that horizontal, yeah, potentially taking out this level, and then we can start to make some good progress to the upside. Right, over to Bitcoin, and we'll have a quick whiz through the stochastics, see if they are giving us any downside inclinations, because we know we've got the daily line, we know we're at resistance. Sorry, the daily line incoming, we haven't got it yet. And we know we're at resistance. Well, 4 hour, we did speak about 4 hour turning up and nicely being able to drag price up with it. But then obviously we were looking at the 10-day and the 12 hour. 10 hour. 10 hour looking like it wants to turn up, which would be good because it'll be staying in the bullish zone. 12 hour looking like it wants to turn back up too. Daily looking like it wants to turn back up. Two days turning back over. This is obviously a bit of a more slower moving stochastic, but I mean it can stay up there if it wants to. 3 day is lofty, looking like it wants to basically at least obviously it has to flatten out. It can't just keep going up. Yeah, and obviously 5 day, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, all looking good. So yeah, I mean, looking at the stochastics, these to me look like they're lining up nicely. This does. 4 hour looks like it's got a nice room to run to the upside. 10 hour looks like it's clearly got a path to the upside if it turns over here, along with the 12 hour. And then daily also looking like it's could just hang up there if these lower time frames start to drag us up, and obviously as we know, everything higher time frame looking good. So I mean, the trend is your friend, and this is why trending markets are easier to trade, and things like stochastics will kind of just basically align and just tell you, well, this looks like a potentially a nice move up to the upside on the cards. You can see this is a nice bullish candle on this 2 day, which is going to close in 2 hours. So obviously trading above the high of this 2 day candle would indicate more potential upside. But let's go back to the 4 hour, because I didn't necessarily mean to be on the 2 day there. But yeah, I mean, this is a massive level. It did make sense. We didn't blast through it straight away. We have blasted out of this zone. Well, I say it's an important level. I mean, we are above the actual the high that we got back in 2000 and last year, 2019, just there. We've got above that high already. So I mean, yeah, we're consolidating at that high. No major rejections or anything, guys. I mean, this is literally, I mean, these are why this market is. This is why people are buying Bitcoin right now. Basically smart people, big businesses, people are moving into Bitcoin, and they're thinking that this is looking good. I just always tell myself, I've just got to say, we got to 20k back in 2000, well, the end of 2017, and there was there wasn't the craziness as much, anywhere near as much of the craziness that's going on with the Fed, as much talk of MMT, all this stuff that's just going to debase the actual the dollar, which Bitcoin is priced against. All these things that are happening are basically telling me that for Bitcoin to only be at 14k when it was at 20k nearly then, that realistically we should be about 40k. So if you then want to look at a thing realistically, we should be at 40k, then it just makes getting to 20k a walk in the park in my view, guys. So yeah, that is kind of why we are here, involved in the wild world of crypto, because well, we just like those big moves, don't we? We like those big moves. So but yeah, that is it. Last day of the gym tomorrow. Last day Wednesday. So I'm gonna do 2 sessions. I'm gonna get my leg session and back session done, and then this week I've already done my chest session and shoulder session. So yeah, get 2 sessions done tomorrow. That's basically my week's training done. I'd normally throw in a couple of extra sessions as well, but as long as I do like chest session, shoulder session. It's like a tongue twister, that is it. that is it. I can't even talk. And then obviously back, and then legs, and then yeah, then that will be all good. I'm gonna start doing some some running up basically big outdoor steps to try and keep in shape without having to do loads of massive cardio. But yeah, just reps of that and try and keep fit. I'm actually gonna take my drone. I'm gonna take my drone out with me and do some get some drone footage of doing it just for something to do. But yeah, so anyway, my point really was that there's gonna be a few more crypto videos coming out of some other projects and other coins and other things I'm looking at, other interesting things, other bits and bobs. So yeah, obviously with my well, what I hope will only be 4 weeks off the gym, and I hope they will open. But I mean, hope we can hope, can't we? Then yeah, then we should have some more videos coming out for those 4 weeks, and then yeah, I'll potentially carry on after that. But this 4 weeks will get me started, just like the original lockdown got me started with doing more of these videos. So the next little hopefully, I say mini lockdown, I mean, I hope I'm just not tempting fate here, but this next hopefully mini lockdown will just start a few more video series. So yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, one last time, remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys in the morning.